Hey guys, so welcome back. If this is your first time visiting Trincheck YouTube channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button. But if you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome back. So in this video, we'll be talking about basic syntax and data types in C Sharp. We'll be talking about the basic syntax and the data types in C Sharp. Also, we'll talk about typecasting. But before we go into that, I would like to explain some things to us since it is this is a full C Sharp tutorial course for beginners. So I would like to explain some things on this our IDE. Just like we are saying program class, we are saying program, we are saying solution explorer, we are saying this. So I just want to explain so that we will understand what we are doing and how everything works. So basically, what we have at the top here where you see solution is the solution explorer. So basically this solution explorer can contain more than one project. Here it can contain more than one project. So or basically right now we have just one project inside the solution explorer, which is this screen check tutorial, which is a console application basically. So we can add more. If you want to add more projects to the solution explorer, you can basically right click on it and you will see add. So you see add new projects or existing projects. So the solution explorer can contain more than one project, can contain up to 10, up to 15, basically any amount of projects you want to put into the solution explorer. So but basically we only have one project in this, which is the screen check tutorial, and it's a console application basically. So next to it we have dependencies. Don't worry about these dependencies yet. When we get to the place where we will be using it, you will understand it more. You will understand it more. So and also next we have program. This program class is where all the code we write or whatever we write inside this console application, this is the class that will execute it. So basically any code we write in another class or every other thing, we have to call it down in this program class. So if we do not call it down in this program class, it will not run. Basically we will not see all what we've done. So let's say we can create multiple classes. We can have more than one class. Basically, if you right click on to add new classes, if you right click on this train check tutorial, you'll see add, and then if you come down here, you'll see class basically, and then you can add. See, it will come down here, so you see class. Yes, so we can add as many classes as we want. We can add folder, we can add everything. But let's say we write our code in this class one now, right? All the codes we want to write it in this class one. If we did not come down into this program class to call this class one, all what we write will not be executed. So whatever we have in this program class is what is going to be executed. Just know that. Note that. So whatever for the beginners, note that whatever we have in this program class is what will be executed. Let's say I take this guy out, this console.writeLine, I take it out and I put it inside this class. Oh yeah, so basically we have to create a method, but basically there is a static there is a main method. I mean there's a main method in this. It is hidden though. If it was to be 3.1, you will have seen the method, but there's a method here, but it has been hidden. So that's why you see when I paste it directly here, it is showing me error because I will have to create a method for it to work. So I guess when we get to that part, I don't just want to bore us with all this. So when we get to that part, you will notice. So assuming we have a lot of codes here and we did not call it down in this program class, it will not run. So whatever we have in this program class is what we run. So let's say we run this code now, you'll see it will write hello world to the console. So let's just wait for it to get. This is the first time we are running it, so it might take a bit. So you see hello world. So whatever we have in this program class is what is going to be executed. Hello world. Yeah. So that is that for that. So I'll delete this class one back since we don't need it. Yeah. So just have it in mind. We can add multiple classes. We can add folders. We can say new folder. We can add folder. We can add a lot of things. So, but right now we'll be doing everything we want to do inside this program class. So let's get down into it. So moving on, we'll be talking about right now. Next, we'll be talking about variable declaration and the data types we have in C sharp. So we have different data types, and we can use them to declare different types of variables. So basically, I'll clear this out, and then I'll be starting with string. So we have string. String is used to hold a sentence or a word or anything. So it is used to hold a sentence. You can use it to hold a sentence. You can use it to hold a word. You can use it to hold anything. Basically, it's not just a word. You can use it to hold numbers. Basically, string can hold. You can use it to hold characters. You can use it to hold anything. So it can be used to hold anything. So I can say string name. Sorry, let me conversion. String name is equals to string. Sorry, and note, when declaring a string in C sharp, string is the data type one, name is the variable name, string is the data type, name is the variable name, and whatever you assign to it is the value. So to hold a string in C sharp, you have to put it in double quotes. So string is always in double quotes. We have single quotes too, which is used for another thing, and when we get there we'll see it. But string, to hold a string in C sharp, to declare a string in C sharp, it must be put in double quotes. So double quotes means it signifies that it is a string. There are sometimes you might not the variable name, the data type and variable name. You can just put a string in double quotes to we will see all this when we get there, and it will signify it is a string. Yeah, so string, and then we put the value in it, which is string check. String check. So basically that's it. We've declared our string as string check. So this is string is the data type, name is the variable name, and string check is the value. So this is how to declare a string in C sharp. So moving on, we'll be moving to we have char. So char is the data type. Why let me say char grade is equal to, so you already gave us suggestion. So char, like I said we have single quotes and we have double quotes. So double quotes is used for char. Char means character. It's a single character. It can be used to hold just any character. Basically, it's not necessary. It can be any character. It can be, you can put equal to into it. You can put a number. You can put an alphabet. So basically, it's just holding one value. One. It's just one. So that's why we call it char. It's just holding a character. So basically, we can use it when you're saying grade. You know, we have A, B, we have C, we have all those grades. So you can use it to hold grade. And it's just in a single quote. So let's say grade A and C char. So note string in double quotes, char in single quotes, because if you try to assign a string in a single quote, it might just give you error. You see, and see, saying represent a character as a, see, and you are trying to assign a character to a string, which is um not going to work. So basically, I'll be moving to boolean. So we have to declare a boolean value in C sharp. So boolean, to declare a boolean value in C sharp, we say bool uh bool bool is active. Let me just say bool is active. So we can say bool. So bool is the data type. Y is active is the variable name, and whatever value you want to assign to it. Let's say is active is equals to false. Boolean is either false, true, or false. It can't be more than true or false. So you can say is that false or true. Basically, any value you want to assign to it. But this is how to declare a boolean value in C sharp. In C sharp. So we have the bool, which is the data type. We have is active, which is the variable name, and we have the true or false, which is the value. So basically, moving on to the next, we were talking about let's move on to, okay, now I can move on to numeric values in C sharp, numeric data types, numeric data types in C sharp. So numeric data types, we have integer, we have long, we have long, we have float, which is used to hold decimal, we have double, which is also used to hold decimal, we have decimal itself, which is also used to hold decimal, and they have their different use cases and where and when you are supposed to use them. So basically, but before I start the numeric data types here, I will have to show us this very link. I'll be dropping it in the video description so you can have access to it. So you can see a comprehensive guide to numeric data types in C sharp. So basically, we have all the numeric data types. You can see C sharp over a varieties of numeric data types, each optimized for specific range and precision requirements. So these guides outline types, each types of characteristics, range, and common use. So you can see and the right data type for your need. So we have integer, which is a 32-bit signed integer, and it can hold a value from minus 2 million, no, it is, sorry, minus 2 billion to I think 147 million. So from minus 2 billion to 2 billion, anything higher than that, it cannot hold it. It cannot hold it. So it will give you an error. So it cannot hold anything higher from this. And you can see it's only for whole numbers. So integers can only hold whole numbers. So you basically can just go through this link so that this video won't be too long. I have to compile this list out so we can go through it. You can see the range of value they can hold. You can see the value they can hold, the range. You have either negative, from negative to negative and positive, like long can hold negative and positive from 9, whatever. And long can only hold positive number, it cannot hold negative number. You can see positive value only, and you can see the use cases. So everything basically they have what they can do, how you can use them. So basically I'll be dropping the link for us. So moving on, let's go back. So I will only be explaining int, long, float, double, and decimal. So let's go back into our code. So starting with int, we can use int to declare an whole number. Yeah, whole number. So int, let's say int age is equal to 20. So like I've been explaining earlier, int is the data type, age is the variable name, and 20 is the value. So you can say in number is equals to this int, whatever you want to use it for, basically for your own need. Yeah. So moving on, not to make this video too long, we also have long. Long is used to hold larger values than int. So let's say, int has a limit, like I've shown us in the blog post. Int has a limit. Let's say you now want to hold a value that is more higher than that, you can basically use long. So larger value. Let me just say larger value. So let's take this as an example. Let me come down back into to this and take this. Let's see. We don't have the comma in, but yeah, I'll just do this. Yeah, sorry. So let me say I'll remove all this. I have to remove all this comma because there's nothing like that here. But you will definitely get an error. So you will see, you will definitely get an error that you can see cannot implicitly convert type long to int. It's already see that this value I'm giving an integer, it is a long value, and an int can never hold a value as large as this. So you can see an explicit conversion exists. So this is where typecasting comes in. So let's say if you want to, you can just use typecasting to cast them. But when we get to that part, you understand. So yeah, so basically you can't assign that. So you can only assign it to this. You can see it accepts it with no error. With no error. So basically that's just so long can hold an integer value because basically it can hold lower and higher than that. So that's just the difference. That's just the difference. And yeah, you can also go through the blog post and also do a research on your own to gather more understanding and knowledge about it. So moving on, we're talking about float. So float is used to hold a decimal value. So let's just see the use case. So you can see floating point is what 32-bit signed precision floating point number. It can range from 1.5 um, times 10 raised power minus 45, because it's a long value. You can't represent that with this. So basically 1 point something trillion or something. I can't really remember. So you can just do the math. Do the math. So 1.5 times 10 raised to power minus 45, and then 3.4 times 10 raised to power minus 38. So the zeros, you already know the amount of zeros that will be at the back like that. So yeah, so it can hold up to 7 significant digits. The precision after the decimal, it can hold up to 7 significant digits after the decimal point. So yeah, in this case it is efficient storage for moderate precision calculations, such as in graphs. So they have their different use cases. So basically, to declare a float, so I'll just do the brief, so as not to float number, because you can't use it. So I can just say 2.0034. But note, to declare a float, you can see it is showing 0 here. You can see it is seen as a double, but you have to put F, signifying it is a float. You have to put F at the back, signifying what? It is a float value. It's a float. So, like we all know, there's a data type, variable name, value. So that's that for that. Moving on to double. I don't want this video to be too long. Double. So we have double number. So double can also, let me just give us a brief run through. So double precision floating point. So you can have 64. It is a 64 bit sign 4 bits double precision floating point number. So you can see it holds higher range, larger value than float. You can see it can hold larger values than float. You can see it can hold larger values than float. It also has more precision, which is 15 to 16 significant digits. It has um, more precision, and also you can see here higher precision floating point calculation, scientific computations. So scientific computations. So you can see they have their different use cases. So to declare a double, you can just say 20 points. This, and then do you assign it like this. So you can see this is a double. How to declare a double value. And also moving on to decimal. So decimal is also a decimal. It's also used to put a decimal value itself, but yeah. So I will just show us. Sorry, this is an error. It's a mistake. So I'll show us the use case so we can understand where and where to use decimal. So decimal, you can see it's 128-bit decimal based value. 128-bit decimal based value. It can hold up to minus from minus 12, 10 raised power 28 to plus 10 raised power 28. So you can see one to this one basically. So it can hold up to 28 to 29 significant digits. So financial calculation. So it is suitable for financial calculations. Anything whenever you are handling money, decimal is the best data type for you to use. So it is suitable for financial calculations so that you can see where exact decimal representation is crucial. So you just use decimal. So basically, so you can say you want to say 1,000.00 or 1,000.28 or 1,000.3 or 1,000. So just where precision is very crucial in financial calculation. So that's what it is. So you can see it's also showing us this. So you have to put a suffix to create. So you have to put a suffix m at the back to signify it is a decimal. It can either be capital, it can either be small. Just make sure there is an m at the back that signifies it is a decimal value. So you can see, let me just make it different. So you can see, yeah. So that is the data types I'll be talking about in this video. So You can go through this to learn how to use the other numeric data types we have, but for the sake of time, let's not bore ourselves with all we have to. So moving on to typecasting. Typecasting in C sharp we have two type of casting. We have implicit. So what I just do now is a comment. So to write the comment in C sharp, you can just use double forward slash and then you put whatever you want to put. So anything you put inside the comment will not be compiled and it will not run. Yeah, it will not run up. So implicit, we have implicit casting. We have what we call explicit casting. I'll show us how the two works. Explicit casting. Basically, I'll show us how the two work. So for implicit casting, can just say like so I'll just use this guy as an example. So I have larger value. I have this long, which is holding larger value. Let's say I can also use a long. So I have int age, which is equals to 20. So I can also say, if I were to do an implicit casting, I can say um, double um, new double number. Let me just naming can be crazy. So I can say the double I just created is equals to age. This is what we call implicit casting. You are implicitly assigning the value of age to double. So you can see this is what we call implicit casting. This is an integer value, you can see. But because double can also hold an integer value, you are implicitly casting age value to double, which is the new double number we just created right now. You can see. You can also do the same casting for any data types you want to do. Let's say long. You can say long um uh long new long number is equal to age. So basically to still hold it. You can see. So you can see this is also implicit casting because long can hold an integer value. So you are implicitly assigning age value into long value. So that's an age is an integer. So but let's say we try something like this, you will see we would definitely get an error. Because you can't implicitly cast a decimal value to a long value because long value is only holding an old number. It can only hold an old number, so it cannot hold a decimal number. So you can see you will surely get an error. You will surely get an error. But you will surely get an error. So yeah, basically, but you can do this. What you can do is you can say decimal new. Yeah, it's already giving me a suggestion. New decimal number. Sorry, guys, is equal to. So you can basically implicitly cast any of these value to decimal, and then oh yeah, you can see an explicit. So you can see an explicit casting. You can say cannot implicitly cast double to decimal because yeah, it will also require an explicit casting. It will also require an explicit. So this is where I will start to explain explicit cast because casting of decimal number will require an explicit cast. So let me use this to explain what we call explicit casting. So you can see you have a double value, you want to assign it to a decimal, and it is giving you an error. So this is what you just have to do. You can see this is a double number and you want to assign it to a what? To a decimal number. So you just have to do what? To explicitly cast this value to this value. Like you just have to do what? Come down here and do this. Sorry, and do this. Just put decimal. can see. Just put decimal. So you have explicitly cast. So what happened here is you explicitly tell the compiler to do what? This number, oh yeah, I know it is giving me error, but I want you to explicitly cast it to this value for me. So that is why you now I put whatever you want to cast it to. Okay, okay. I know it is giving me an error because I can't do this, but I want you to explicitly help me do this. So cast it to decimal for me so you can see. That's how explicit casting works. So, and implicit casting, you did not specify what you want it to cast, but automatically it knows that, okay, this value can hold this value, so I will implicitly cast it for you. But an explicit cast, you have to specify this is what I want. You understand? So that is that for that. So let's say it is also, you also want to use this float. Let's see. Sorry. You just have to implicit, you can see float number. But if you remove this decimal, same thing goes for others. So you can, if you remove, you can see. But you just have to explicitly cast it. So that is how we implicitly cast and explicitly cast in C sharp. So that is what we call type casting in C sharp. If you have anything you don't understand or you want me to run you through again, you can drop a comment in the comment section. I will attend to each and every comment in the comment section. So I will attend to each and every comment in the comment section. Anything at all, anything whatsoever you want me to. So I guess I should have increased this from the beginning of the video. I'm so sorry for that, guys. Moving forward, I will make sure I, yeah, increase this up to this level. I'll make sure I do that. So let me just increase it. So for people that have not really seen, because it might be small, I don't know, it might be very small, but sorry guys. Moving on, I will increase the font number. So let me just increase this so that we can basically see all what I've been saying. So I'll just do a run through again. So we have string, assigning of, declaring of string value. This is it. Char, boolean, int, long, float, float, decimal, double decimal, and also typecasting, implicit, explicit. We have implicit cast, we have explicit cast. So that is that for that. So guys, kindly subscribe to Train Check YouTube channel, like this video, share this video, and see you guys in the next video. If you have any question, kindly drop them in the comment section. I promise to attend to each and every question you guys have. See you in the next video. Thank you.